In John chapter 15, verses 1 and 2, Jesus says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will become even more fruitful." In verse 5, he goes on and says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." See, these three verses give us so much information. We see that it is important to be fruitful. It says that God will cut you off from the vine. You will be a cut off branch if you bear no fruit. It is important to be fruitful. He also says, if you are fruitful, he will multiply that fruitfulness. He will multiply your good deeds. If you are good and if you do good things in the name of God, he will multiply it. So how do we become fruitful? How are we good? That's what verse 5 is all about. Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will be fruitful." So Jesus is the way to be fruitful. Jesus is the way to have multiplication of our fruit, right? And he then says one of the most important things in this entire chapter: apart from me, you can do nothing. Jesus is the only way. There is no good deeds. There is no good news. There is no fruit that can be had outside of Jesus. He's sitting here in this entire chapter, or in this entire section, talking about fruit. And he says, apart from me, you can't do that. You cannot do this good thing. So let us remain in Jesus. Let us have him remain in us. Let us become fruitful by having him in our lives. Let us glorify God in our actions. Praise be to God.